Hey everyone, today what we're going to do is learn about animating our characters in Maya, ready to take them into Unreal. So as per our character assessment, we have here a rigged character. We have controls on it that we can manipulate. Maybe you don't have this control rig, maybe you're going to do it in this way where you will be editing these joints instead. So what we need to do is make sure we have a unanimated rigged character. It's important that we have one like that, so we take that in and use that as a reference in Unreal. So I'm going to just know that it moves how I want it to move. I'm going to save that, and you can see here I've actually saved that as character base. So save one as character base. Then I'm ready now to do one. So the animations that I'd probably do: idle, jump, and walk or run, or walk and run, whichever. We can make those pretty easy. So idle is something that you do just when you're standing there. We know that there would be games you've played where the character just stands there and maybe eventually will go to sleep or something like that. Also, apologies, there's a building being demolished over there. So once you have done an animation, file, save that scene as character idle. The walk one will be the one that might be a bit of a challenge, but there's a really good tip for you to be able to do this in a way that will actually be a bit easier. So in our side view, we import an image. So find a reference image. This one's just called walk reference. And what we do is we go to view, image plane, and we import the image. And you can see here I've got a couple there, walk cycle animation. And then what I can do is I actually move this. So the character doesn't move, the character stays at 0. And so what I would do is I'd go to frame 1, move this so that my character's roughly in line. And then you can see what I've actually got is I've actually got the character lined up. So I've moved the parts around. So I've moved this, then I've pressed S to animate that joint, so it remembers that. From there, what I've actually done is, once you've done the first one, because this will be a loopable animation, we'll just go straight to 25 and press S on everything again as well, because that way it will loop and it will look nice rather than it being something that looks like it's a bit stop-start. From there, go to about halfway and move this to about halfway and match that up. And in which case you've already got the first, the middle, and the last animation, and you'll be able to see how it's looking. Do you need to fill these gaps in, or is it looking okay? Depends on your style of game. Start with the basics, such as the legs, the arms. Worry about the little wiggles and the head movements after that, because they're things that, depending on what the angle is, whether the character will actually see it or not. Okay, so just think about those things. Now, once we have finished an animation, what we do is, just like anything else, we select what we want to export. We can go to File,